Hi readers, I raided the new bookshelf today because we just got a big load of adult books in, and I thought I would take a little, look at and see what was there. So I found A World of Curiosities by Louise Penny. I think this is number 18 in the Chief Inspector Gamache series. Penny is a well-loved author. Her books typically have long request lists, and it is on the shelf right now. So this is on the new bookshelf in the foyer as you enter the library. The next one I saw was Alifair Burke. Her latest book is called Find Me, and she writes these suspenseful thriller novels. She comes from a family of writers, but her book is on the new bookshelf. It just got there, so come and take a look for it. Let's see. The next one I have for you is number 3 in the Thursday Mystery Club series by Richard Osman. This book was sitting on the new bookshelf. This is the large print version, so no eye strain here. If you're interested in that series, come down and get it. The last one I have for you is the new Ellen Hilderbrand book. And if you're a reader of Hilderbrand, you know that she writes a lot of beach books, a lot of books set on Nantucket, a lot of happy summer books. This book was available in large print, came in during the month of February. It's ready for you if you're interested in Ellen Hilderbrand. And just as an aside, Yankee Magazine for February had an article about Ellen Hilderbrand and has beautiful pictures of Nantucket where she lives. And she just signed a new contract with her publisher for her last book. So she's going to be giving up writing in a few years. So she's on her last batch of books with her publisher. So if you're interested in any of our new books, the ones I've mentioned here, or if you just want to come down and peruse the latest, you'll find them in the foyer in the Goffstown Public Library.
Hi, my name is Patti Pennick, and I'm the head of youth services at the Goffstown Public Library. Today I wanted to share some books with you that are written about a topic near and dear to all of our hearts right about now, and that is springtime. The books that I picked for you do a wonderful job of using art to tell stories along with the words. And of course, we all know that picture books for children are a gateway into the world that they live in. So I picked 2 of my favorite authors and illustrators, they do both, that I think do an exceptional job using art to support the subject matter. The first one is Lois Ehlert. And this is just one of her books that I love and I use at story time all the time when I'm reading, mostly in the spring, about gardening. It's called Planting a Rainbow. And just to give you a quick little idea of what the artwork looks like, it's sort of a collage type of look to it. Very bright, very colorful, very clear what we're talking about, flowers. How the bulbs exist underground where we can't see them, to give kids the idea of what's happening below. All of Lois Ehlert's books are similar in nature in terms of how she uses art and the type of method that she uses. I just can't say enough good things about all of her books. The second artist, little different approach with the art, and a more current writer and illustrator. Her name is April Pulley-Sayre, and this is one example of her books. Different to Lois Ehlert, her pictures, her art takes on a very realistic, real photographic kind of approach. So let's see if I can find some of my favorite pages. Okay, so this page shows insects on a flower or a leaf, and you can actually see, I'm not sure you'll be able to see on your TV, but I can see there are little tiny drops of water on that insect. Here's a furry little something. You could almost feel like if you touch it, you could feel the fur on that insect. Here you can see the rings in the water that the raindrops make. And looking at this picture, again, I'm not sure how much you can see on your TV screen, you can almost get a sense of how slimy that might feel with the rain and the wet. So that's one of them. It's called Raindrops. The other one, also by April, is called Bloom Bloom. And as you might expect, this one focuses more on flowers. One of my favorite things about spring. Here there's a little bunny rabbit, and again, so realistic looking. I feel like I can touch that little bunny. So I love to use these types of art-heavy pictures in our story times regarding spring with our little people in the children's room. I invite you to come in and check them out yourself.
Hi everyone, Liz here from Adult Services. Now, the weather's getting warmer, spring is almost here, and I don't know about you, but I'm thinking a lot about my next vacation. So, in talking about places you might like to travel, do I have the book for you? It's River of the Gods, Genius, Courage, and Betrayal in Search of the Source of the Nile by Candace Millard. I don't know if you were planning on visiting the Nile or not, but either way, this is still a really great nonfiction read. This is based on this is the true story of two Englishmen, Richard Burton and John Hanning Speke, who were sent by the Royal Geographical Society to be the first people to find the source of the Nile. I say first people, I mean other than the people who lived there all their lives and knew where it was. So really, we're talking about the first Englishmen to find the source of the Nile. And what makes this such a great story is that these are two very, very different men. You have Richard Burton, who is your seasoned explorer, who can speak all the languages and has been all the places. And then you have John Hanning Speke, who is brand new to this, has a lot of money and a lot of enthusiasm. And so they go through all sorts of adventures to try to get to the source of the Nile. At one point, Richard Burton becomes sick, John Hanning Speke goes forward, and when they end back up in England, boy, do they have very different tales to tell of what happened. And so what used to be a great friendship and partnership in this endeavor turns into a bit of a popularity contest for who is telling the truth about their quest for the source of the Nile. This is a very fun, sort of a swashbuckling adventure. So if you are interested in, some armchair traveling to Egypt and the source of the Nile, I recommend River of the Gods.